Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session based on the three things that I think are really important if you want to take the reins and steer your future in the direction that you want to take it. And that is what I call the 3Ds. And I'm not talking about three dimensions. What I'm talking about is the 3Ds in terms of discernment, decisiveness, and determination. And why I think these are so important is that you can impede progress simply by making bad choices and bad decisions. So discernment, if you think about what it really is the ability to make good choices consistently. So if someone describes themselves as discerning, a discerning gentleman, a discerning lady, what it means is that they have high standards and they make decisions based on those high standards. So discernment is the quality of being able to choose the right things. Some people choose things and then don't actually stick to their decisions. So decisiveness isn't making a half-hearted decision. It's making a decision that you are absolutely committed to. And that decisiveness, and I think the Latin root for decision has a loose translation of something along the lines of to cut off any other possibility. So a true decision isn't something you backtrack on quickly. It's not something you do on a whim. It's something you think through. You're discerning about the decision, and then you're absolutely committed to that decision. But then that decision will be tested. And if you think of any movie or book, quite often it follows the structure of a hero's journey. And the hero has some kind of mission, objective, something they need to do. But normally about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the book or the movie, they are tested. And it looks like an impossible challenge. Everything they thought they needed or wanted to be able to accomplish suddenly seems like it's lost. And this is the very point, normally in the hero's journey, where the hero finds it within themselves to carry on regardless. When all hope is lost, they find that determination, that resilience, that grit, that resolve to keep going forward. And I know many people that are very talented and have very exciting, ambitious dreams and goals. But I also know that they're wishful thinking type of goals rather than pragmatic goals that they're actually going to make choices they're going to stick to. And life has a funny way of testing how committed you are to your goals. If you're totally committed to a goal, then you will make decisions with your time and resources accordingly and really treat it as something that you will do anything to achieve. And that's why movies like Rocky, for example, a very low budget movie when it was released in the late 70s, captured people's imagination because it represented grit and determination and resolve that against the odds they were willing to kind of pursue something. So in this hypnosis session, it uses a crystal ball as a induction and deepener metaphor to create two things simultaneously: a level of disassociation, but also future pacing. Because it's really important, if you have an idea of who you need to be to achieve what you want to do, that you've got absolute clarity on who that person is. So future pacing in a disassociated form is very helpful in this context. And a crystal ball is just a very useful metaphor to achieve that. And then there is a poem that uses hypnotic language to amplify this kind of confusion state. Lots of the language there is kind of designed to kind of open up loops in your mind to get you thinking. And then you've got the suggestions that are linked to 3 different areas: discernment, decisiveness, and determination. It was built for a specific client that had big goals. They had a lot of talent, and I think with these qualities would have no issues in achieving those very big goals they've set for themselves. But equally, every individual has big goals, and every individual is capable of amazing things. So you might listen to this, and your goals could be entirely different from anyone else, and you could still see a future version of you with the discernment, the decisiveness, and the determination to do what's necessary to make progress on those goals. If you feel like hypnosis could help you achieve your goals, we're coming up to the end of one year, the beginning of a new year, and a lot of people use this time to reflect maybe on the goals that they didn't make progress on in the last 12 months and what they want to do in the next year. If you feel like hypnosis may help you, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, you might find that this session is actually quite helpful. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a calm, resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress, worry, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. With your eyes closed, notice you can focus on more of my words and allow the words to create ideas and imagery to harness the power of your imagination. Scan your body for any feelings of tension or stress, and notice that as you slow down your breathing, those feelings of stress and tension almost seem to melt away, enabling you to feel deeper and more calm and more relaxed with each and every breath. As your body relaxes and you find that slow, deep rhythm, your imagination awakens. And I want you to use the power of that imagination to imagine a traditional circus. And perhaps This is a strange circus in the sense that there isn't many people there at the circus. I want you to imagine perhaps you're walking around the big circus tent and you can see a tiny tent with a curious sign. It simply says, "Your future revealed." Allow your curiosity to increase. And imagine walking inside that small tent and seeing a small wooden table, and placed upon it is a glass crystal ball. And maybe there is a fortune teller, or maybe there isn't. But I want you to take a seat there at the table and start to stare deeply into the crystal ball. To begin with, you may notice tiny reflections. But before long, find yourself drifting into a trance-like state where the crystal ball becomes a conduit for the power of your subconscious mind. In the heart of twilight's embrace, a crystal ball with future's grace. Gleaming underneath the light soft gaze, whispers secrets through the haze. Its surface smooth, a mirror's face, reveals desires, time and space. Discerning eyes look deep, embrace the truths it holds in silent grace. With careful thought, the future's traced, decisions sharp in time's own pace. For in its glow, no fear, no haste, but clarity in choices laced. In depths of glass, a world's encased, paths untwined, fates interlaced. Decisive minds with courage graced find strength within, their doubts effaced. Determination's path is chased. Through crystal's power, dreams are faced. Each step in stone firmly placed, on roads where triumph is embraced. See the ball with foresight laced, of futures bright, not one defaced. In visions clear, no moment wasted, for in its sphere, life is tasted. Its hypnotic spell, softly encased, in every glimpse, destinies traced. With discernment, decisiveness, determination's taste. In crystal's realm, your dreams are chased. And as you stare deep into the crystal ball, you start to see the future version of you. And I want you to see that future in which you exude discernment. Notice how you move, how you dress, and the choices you make. And as you observe that future version of you embodying discernment, notice that you possess a keen sense of judgment, carefully evaluating every option before making a choice. Your mind is clear and focused, allowing you to discern the best paths forward in any situation. See yourself trusting your intuition and wisdom, knowing they guide you to make well-considered decisions. You approach choices with a thoughtful mindset, weighing the pros and cons with precision and care. Because your discernment is a powerful tool, enabling you to recognize and prioritize what truly matters. Observe how you calmly sift through information and emotions, ensuring your decisions are informed and balanced. Because your ability to discern grows stronger each day, enhancing your judgment and guiding you towards wise choices. But notice how discernment is the beginning of a sequence, not the end. Because discernment leads to excellent decisions. And notice how decisive you seem in this crystal ball representing your future. See how you are confident and courageous in your decision making, committing wholeheartedly to your choices. Once a decision is made, you embrace it with full conviction, free from doubt or hesitation. And see how your decisiveness is a strength, propelling you forward with clarity and purpose. That you can trust in your ability to make strong decisions, standing by them with confidence and assurance. And as time goes on in this crystal ball, notice how decision-making comes more and more naturally to you as you confidently choose your path with a clear mind. You are resolute in your choices, embracing the power of commitment in every decision you make. And with every decisive action, notice how you affirm your ability to take charge of your life and your destiny. This is a discerning, decisive version of you. But what follows decisiveness must be determination. So notice how after the decisions have been made, that your determination is unwavering, driving you to follow through on your decisions with vigor and persistence. That you are steadfast in your commitments, dedicating your energy and focus to see them through. How every step you take is fueled by a deep determination, keeping you aligned with your goals and decisions. You meet challenges with resilience and grit. Your determination turns obstacles into stepping stones. Notice your posture, your facial expressions when faced with a challenge, and how your resolve is unbreakable, empowering you to stay the course until your objectives are achieved. You are tenacious in your pursuits. Determination is the energy, tenacity is the flexibility, and see how you are ensuring that your decisions come to fruition. And even in moments of doubt, your determination rekindles, reignites, reminding you of your strength and unwavering commitment to your decisions. And those decisions are built on your levels of discernment. Being discerning leads to good decisions, and being determined gives you the confidence that when you make a decision, you'll see it all the way through. And notice a sense of optimism and positivity and faith in your future, just observing this future version of you there in that crystal ball. And then step into the crystal ball, feeling what it would feel like to be discerning, to be decisive, to have unwavering determination. Feel those feelings. Breathe that way, think that way, feel that way. And maybe what's coming to mind is a decision that you need to make. And in this state of certainty and confidence, maybe you make the decision right now. Or maybe you need to gather more information to be discerning as to what decision to make. Allow the thoughts to come naturally. Allow your intuition to influence you through emotions and unconscious thoughts, as you have absolute clarity and a wonderful feeling that because your future is one of discernment, decisiveness, and determination, you will experience more of what you want and less of what you don't. You leave the crystal ball, finding yourself back in the chair, staring into the crystal ball. And as you leave the chair to leave this small tent close to a circus, you can't help but feel that something has changed. That perhaps an old lock inside you has now had a key rotate and unlock the very resources you need more than any other right now. As you walk away from the circus, you feel lighter, more confident, with more clarity. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel like you're returning to the present moment in your physical body, right here, right now, as you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connecting fully to the present moment. As very soon, I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, with an insatiable desire to be discerning with your decisions, to make great decisions, and to have unwavering determination to see them through. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.